I mean, I want to do something else with the sixth place, guys. It's up to y'all. I'm down with it.
Whatever, whatever you guys decide.
You okay, sir? Scotty, you okay with paying 6 spots?
Well, I don't know. We can take. They pay us already out. Yeah. I think.
Let's start some
You guys were get fifth place 100 and sixth place 50. You good?
100.
Yeah, at least I get 20 bucks back. Pay fifth and sixth? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
100. Pay fifth and sixth 100 each. Anybody not
okay
agree
with
with
that?
that? 100 from first, 100 from second. Pay fifth and sixth 100 each. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Speak now, forever hold your peace.
All right, before we spin, you guys want to chop it 9 ways?
Yeah.
Hey, we already agreed to pay 2 full spots.
All right, guys, I'll get those changes made on that.
Can
I'm
we-
going to start in seat 9. Blinds are still 5 and 10.
Can
I'll
we
get
get
this
the
clock switched.
Yeah, thanks.
Make sure you
Yeah, you need to.
your cards are
All right,
good
ready?
here. Only until they're red, then you can take them both.
Whenever the clock starts, I'll deal.
I hate to tell you, I'm all right when it gets to me. I'm gonna have quads, naturally. There, right?
Yeah, we both.
It's the same as one before.
Raise
I
20,000.
took the top off it and I cut the stuff in it.
Heads up. Bet 15,000. Raise all in. Manipulate.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Call. Steps. 3 players.
them on the lower. I had them clean. I took them to the cleaner. Took them to the cleaner.
Hello, hello. Welcome in. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We got a little final table action here for you. Tonight's tournament was a freeze outs. Single shots. Participants here are all only in for one buy-in because they were not allowed to do any more than that. No rebuys, no add-ons. Buy in, play your cards. When you're out, you're out.
Raise all in.
Well, there we go. Let's get this action started off quick with an all-in. And we don't know what our cards are, so we get to play the guessing game. Doesn't look like it's going to matter too much. Dealer says, don't shoot, guys. Don't shoot. The hand's over. Everybody folded. Sally's going to win some dead money there.
Raise 40,000. Raise all in.
I believe... Okay, so here we go. So it was raised to 40,000 by free money in the 1 seat. Rick in the 5 seat has ripped all in here for 108,000 total. Ace King versus Ace 9. Can free money get away from this one after investing 40% of his stack in that raise pre-flop? He was able to get away from it.
Kind of mediocre.
It's really good. You're really holding call. I'll take it easy.
A lot of really bad cards getting sent back to the dealer here. Finally, a couple of hands to play here. It's like Chris has 2 6s on the button. He's going to make the call.
All right, thank you, sir.
Scott with 2 queens now. What is he going to do? He's going to raise with chips behind. That's definitely going to make Rick's decision very easy here, sandwiched in between these 2 players. There's no way Rick is going to continue with his weak ace. The question is, what does Chris do with his worst pair? on the button. Could call and see a flop. Scott there raised about half of his, he's already invested half of his chips into this pot, so the likelihood of him folding is
Like this, bro?
well, impossible since we can see his queens. Both players are going to realize the same thing there. Didn't want to lose all of their chips. Good fold there by Chris with the pair of sixes on the button.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get us some great side.
What's up?
All right, head up action here. Hijack versus big blinds. Queen, Jack, 4-5 on the flop. We've got a pair of fives for Mother Lover, which is going to be the best hand. Kim is going to fire out here with his ace high after it checks around on the flop there. He's good a lot of the times. Mario folds the best hand. It was a nice bet by Kim there, realizing he was probably up against a far weaker hand that didn't connect with that flop. And he was right for the most part. Mother Lover did fold a pair, which was the best hand there, though. Everybody is putting return to sender. Here we go, Chris. Two snowmen in the hijack. This looks familiar. Last time he had sixes. Scott doesn't have queens this time, though, so that's good news for Chris. Doesn't look like anybody else is going to have a playable hand. Chris is going to pick up some free chips here without having to show his cards. Nice raise. Nice hand there by Chris. Rick here in the hijack with a weak ace. Not going to get involved. Not going to put chips in the pot when he doesn't have to. Monica is going to limp in out of the small blinds for another 8,000. Queen, 7 of clubs. She's going to flop pretty good. She's going to flop a queen. Now she's going to get it in there. And Jose's going to have to let his jack high go. Nice hand there for Monica. Picking up a little bit of free chips. Uncontested chips, rather. A bunch of really, really low cards. Going to fold all the way around. I think the big blind's going to get a walk nine-handed there. How often do you see that? No complaints from free money, though. Ace 6 of hearts for Rick here. Under gun +2. He's probably going to raise it up here, I would imagine. Oh, he's just going to limp in. He's just going to call. I think that's fine. He does have position now, going to the flop. And it comes 9 high, 9-7-3, 2 clubs. Free money's going to flop. Top pair here. He's going to check it. Try to induce a bet out of somebody. Another 7 on the turn. I don't think he can afford to not try to get some value here. He's going to bet 25,000 into about 60,000. Nobody has anything to call him with, though.
Just show us so we know.
He does show. Shows a 9.
And the blind question John. Whoa.
That's card he's clean. It is.
All right, let's see there if that jack of clubs might have gotten registered on that reader. Okay, it did. Oh, wow. Jose either would have had jack 10 of clubs or 2 jacks. I'm not sure which. Checks around. Another deuce on the turn. Checks around again, and a 10 on the river. Giving Jose the best hand here. Honestly, this may have been best case scenario for Jose because I don't think Scott or Kim are calling pre-flop with a raise with his jacks. He said it was jacks. He did. He said it would have been jacks there. So I think if he does have 2 jacks there, he doesn't make any money because he raises pre-flop and nobody's going to call him with those hands. So I think actually not getting that second jack probably helped him make some extra money because he got some callers and went to the flop and checked all the way to the river where he obviously here we can see made the best hand. So I think he actually makes more money with that mistake of that card getting flipped over. I think that makes him more money here. So, funny how these things work out sometimes. You get upset because you would have had jacks, but looking back at it now, I think he makes almost no money there if he does have jacks because he's obviously raising preflop.
I'll take care of it, Nicole. Don't worry about it.
All right, we are going to race these chips off real quick.
Yeah, we'll race these off and then we'll skip the rest of the break.
And then we'll skip the rest of that break.
We'll sell chips to one person.
So I think this is a beautiful time for me to talk about our upcoming Spring Fling Tournament Series here at DogHouse Poker Club. It's going to start May 11th. That is this Saturday, guys. This Saturday, we're going to kick off the series with our Top Dog No Limit Hold'em tournament. That's a $15,000 guaranteed prize pool. It's a $140 buy-in. Once again, $15,000 is guaranteed. That's going to start at noon on May 11th. That's a Saturday, this coming Saturday. I'll be here running that event. It's a $140 buy-in, and you get one optional add-on at any time during the late registration period. So when you register for a tournament, you can sit down and immediately add on if you would like to, or you can wait till the middle of the tournament or wait till the very end of registration, however you would like. It's kind of some strategy there that each person can kind of figure out for themselves there. So make sure you come see us this Saturday, May 11th at noon for our Top Dog No Limit Hold'em tournament. $15,000 guaranteed, $140 buy-in. That's a one-day tournament, guys. We ran that tournament last month. Prize pool was almost $20,000. I think we were up to $19,000 and some change in that prize pool. Definitely think we'll be shooting higher this month for that tournament, especially kicking this series off. So don't want to miss that one. May 11th. That's a Saturday at noon. The following day, that Sunday, we're going to have another busy day in here. We've got a $5,000 free roll. We're guaranteeing $5,000 in there. Now, of course, there's going to be rebuys and add-ons if you'd like to, but the initial entry to that tournament is going to be totally free. We're guaranteeing $5,000 in that one. The next big event that we have is the $50,000 guaranteed Pot Limit Omaha Championship. We are guaranteeing there's going to be $50,000 in that prize pool. The buy-in is $300. There's going to be 7 flights, 7-day 1 flights in that tournament. As you see there, starting Wednesday the 15th. There's going to be a couple of turbos for those last-minute entries into the event. Day 2 is going to be Sunday the 19th at 2 p.m. Once again, that's a $50,000 guaranteed Pot Limit Omaha Championship. That's going to take place starting Wednesday the 15th. And that tournament will be completed on Sunday the 19th with Day 2. And if we go down a little bit farther, we've got the 50-plus seniors tournament. It's a $5,000 guarantee, $250 buy-in. Must be at least 50 years old. Actually, I think we said must be born in the year 1974 or earlier. So if you were just born in the same year that would make you 50 years old, then that is acceptable as well. $5,000 guaranteed, $250 buy-in for that event. The following day, Wednesday the 22nd, is my personal favorite out of the mix, is the horse tournament. $300 buy-in, $2,500 guarantee. So if you don't know what horse is, we're going to play 6 hands of each game until the completion of that tournament. It's going to be Hold'em is what the H stands for. Omaha 8 or better is what the O stands for. Raz, which is a variation of stud. Then we have stud for the S, which is just stud high. And then we have the E at the end, which is stud 8 or better. So stud, high, low, 8 or better. That's going to be a fun one, guys. If I got any horse fans out there, come see us Wednesday the 22nd. And if you like mixed tournaments, then Thursday the 23rd, we're also going to have a $300 buy-in triple draw. That event is going to consist of Badoogie, Ace to 5 triple draw, and Deuce to 7 triple draw. That is another one of my personal favorites there. Really like that one a lot. We are going to inevitably finish things off with our $100,000 guaranteed main event. That buy-in is just $300. If you get extra bags in that event, we're going to pay you $1,000 for each additional bag that you get. So once again, that main event is $100,000 guaranteed prize pool. $100,000 we're guaranteeing in that prize pool for just a buy-in of $300. That's going to start Wednesday the 29th. Day 2 is going to be Sunday, June 2nd at 2 p.m. Also, Sunday, June 2nd, starting at 5 p.m., we're going to have the final event of the series, the Triple Stack Send-Off. That's a no-limit Hold'em tournament. It's going to be a starting stack of $75,000. We're going to guarantee $10,000 in that prize pool. $300 buy-in, so that's going to be a fun one for everybody who doesn't make Day 2, or if you bust out early on Day 2 and you want a shot at redemption, you can hop in Sunday, June 2nd at 5 p.m. for that triple stack. That's going to be the very last event of the series. If you guys are wanting to get into some of these bigger events, come see us every single night at 9 o'clock from now until June 1st, really. And we're doing free roll satellites every night. So it's a free buy-in. There's rebuys and add-ons if you elect to do those. But we're guaranteeing at least one seat, a $300 seat. So you can come and win your way into the $50,000 guaranteed PLO championship or the $100,000 guaranteed main event for free. That's every night at 9, guys. All right, let's get back to the action here. Looks like we might have an all-in already. As soon as we're back from that break of racing off those chips, Monica's going to be all-in with Ace 7 of hearts. And it looks like She is going to get that through. Nobody wants to gamble.
Was it a better 40 in call? Did that twice. Did it with the 7 and the 5. Hey, double check the blinds.
That is a full house for Chris here. He's definitely got the best of it. Free money with just ace high here. Chris is thinking what the best way to get the most money here is. He's definitely going to, he might check here. He could possibly, nope, there it is. He's all in, and he's probably not going to win any more chips. I think maybe if he checks there, maybe. I think ace high is just too strong there to not just check back and try to get to showdown there. I don't know if ace high really fires out at that. Too much showdown value, I think, with the double paired board. And Chris is going to win a nice sized pot there, 220,000 in the middle there. Nice hand for Chris.
Brian's still in it? It gotta be. He's still sitting there.
Ace queen here for Kim. The price has just went up. We're going to play for 60,000 now. A flop of queen, queen, 8. And Scott is going to rip it in with king, jack, and going to immediately get the bad news. Kim's going to eliminate a player and take down a nice pot. Talk about flop and gin when you raise pre-flop.
Queen is winning all that long.
Yeah, good stuff together. Bring that really not. These are really thick.
Is this your first time dealing up?
Yeah, I've never touched a big card.
Yeah, it's hard.
And they get
I'm thinking if they have them in French time,
Yeah, that makes it a
they're
little
easier to
easier.
handle.
I'm not seeing them there.
How much should one of these tables cost?
Well, I built the table.
Oh wow.
This was the table that was here. I just attached the hardware.
All right. Another pair for Chris. Oh, excuse me. Somebody just folded. Okay, Jose has the fives. There we go. Jose is under the gun in seat 9, and he just called with the fives. There we go. I'm getting caught back up here. Kim is going to raise it up with ace-jack. Going to fold back to Jose. He's going to rip it in there for 90K. Just 30,000 more for Kim to make the call. I don't imagine him being able to find the fold button here. And he is flipping. Jose's going to be flipping for his tournament life here. 2 fives for Jose at risk against the ace-jack of Kim. Safe so far. No queen, no ace, no jack. Oh. There's the jack. That is going to do it for Jose. Fives are not going to be able to hold up with that jack on the river. Kim is going to add to his chip lead.
Monica, that's always the bubble.
Please do not give me ace jack. You gotta represent your name.
They didn't even put it on there.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did? No, on here it is, but not on the Jack, no good.
All right, you hear him there. Players are now on the money bubble. The next person eliminated will get $0.00. 6th place will receive $100 for their efforts. 7th place will receive nothing.
Bobby's name is for Miranda.
He hasn't noticed?
You wouldn't tell me. I asked Miranda.
Oh, you changed it to that. Ace Jack?
Wow.
Catch up.
Oh, John Dan. Another dude.
Uh-oh, 2 sevens for Sally. She's going to get it all in.
Queen.
You know that was coming.
I know. Queen deuce.
I'm gonna show it to y'all. Y'all gonna see it anyway.
On TV. We all study and show it.
Fuck them.
You got 2 over.
Oh, Lord, he got this guy.
Mother Lover, all in with ace queen offsuit
Have
here.
to represent Mario.
Showdown, please.
Let's see here. We've got
Dog pound.
a call here by Free Money with king 9.
Yeah, got to.
Put an ace right away.
Ace queen is actually going to be at risk here.
King 9.
King 9 still has a few chips behind. The ace queen is pretty far
Put
ahead
an ace on the flop.
of king 9. Oh, especially now. You're going to need running cards to save him now.
No 9. Empty.
5 of diamonds is not going to do it. There is no chop outs anymore. That locks it up. Mother Lover is going to win that one.
No, it wasn't. You had the draw on the turn.
You're not the bubble now.
I don't remember. Kim, how you doing? Yeah, you doing all right? The lead done lost all my shit.
I've loaned them to Mario. He's going to be getting them back in a minute. Maybe like within a half hour.
Free Money said he loaned his chips to Mother Lover. But not to worry, he's going to be giving them back here shortly.
Tell him yes to him, Sal.
Wasn't bet any luck.
Kim is going to make a flush there. Not going to pick up many chips, but good enough.
Get right back in the game right now.
It's coming. It's coming. Come back to the center right here.
Come on, Jacob. I need help.
Ace Jack here for Monica. She's going to raise it. Oh, excuse me. She's just going to flat call the 20,000 in the hijack. It's interesting.
He's down.
Yeah, definitely going to take it down there.
Jack is good. You know I never raised him now. Hold it too.
Line is 24.
Yeah, 2040 now.
40 now.
C7. Oh,
I'll be the bubble.
Three calls, 160.
Oh my God. I'll be the mama. Oh my God. How was that? I said I'll be the mama.
Oh!
No bear, no bear, no bear. Yes. Wow.
So good, Mario. Special mother lover.
I gotta represent this.
Right, right.
Ooh, Monica with deuces.
Oh, I didn't know.
Back call.
She's going to fold. Free money is definitely all in here with the 10,000 he has remaining with king, queen. Sally's got 2 4s here. I don't know how she proceeds. She's got 85,000 in her stack. It's half of her stack to call. She can't call, so she's all in for 85,000. Action now to Kim with ace king. And I think he's also announced that he is all in.
Maganations again.
Chris is out of there. We don't know what Rick's cards are yet because we haven't caught up with the action yet. But he is already making a folding motion, so it looks like... Yeah, Rick had an ace as well. Mother Liver had queen 4. Okay, so we're going to be all in 3 ways. 2 players at risk. Ace king is a 36% favorite to win this hand and has both other participants covered. So if we see an ace or a king on this flop, we're most likely going to be losing 2 players.
Go get him, Roy.
Whoa. Get them queens, baby.
Put the card. Leave them there. Leave them there.
I know.
All right, and here we go to a flop. Oh, a 4 in the window. 4 is eligible to win all pots here. A deuce could come, an ace king, but it doesn't. It comes a king. It's going to be no good. A set of 4s is going to be good for everything. Sally was in all those pots there. Sally is going to pick up some chips right there. She made a very, easy to say, hindsight is 20/20. So now I can say she made a great decision shoving with those 4s there.
Roy, you're the bubble.
Oh, you would have. No, you wouldn't have had that. He needed one of your dudes.
Let's go, Dolly. Let's go.
All in. Rick is going to get it in with 8-9 of clubs. Says we are just has 15,000 in his stack on the button there. So he is in desperate need of a double up here so he can have a fighting chance. And he is not going to get it on this flop. It's going to come all diamonds. He does have a gut shot, straight draw. A 7 would give him a straight, the nut straight. Monica has flopped 2 pair. Mother Lover has flopped open-ended with a king-high flush draw. Monica has definitely flopped the best of it here. She's only 44% favorite to win the hand, though. Mother Lover has an open-ended straight draw and a king-high flush draw. So no pair, no nothing. Just king-high is technically his hand right now, but he is still the favorite to win this hand. Rick only has 2 outs really here unless it comes running perfect. He could hit the 7 of hearts or the 7 of clubs to make his straight, and that would give him the best hand. But he would need it to come running cards other than that.
Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? No, dude, I have 2 good hands.
You hear Monica saying there, she does not know how she can fold this hand. I mean, it is tough to fold 2 pair.
Where's my mouse? Hold on.
So, funny story, Monica and Rick are actually here together. So she just looks at him as he's all in and at risk and says, babe, are you ready to go home? How often do you get to see something like that on a final table? That's pretty funny stuff. Oh, here come the chips. She's made the call. There still is chips behind, though. The 3 of spades is going to give Mother Lover the straight. He is all in. Not going to give Monica a chance to catch up here. And I think she just has to fold now. I mean, whatever she was beating previously that Mother Lover could have had there, I don't think she's beating anymore. If he's just bluffing there with a dry diamond, maybe. That's the only hand I think you could really put him on that you're still beating. Maybe an overpair, but he didn't raise pre-flop, so that rules out any overpairs. It's very unlikely that he has a pair bigger than the board, as he did not raise pre-flop. Oh, she is going to fold. She's going to show before she does. Rightfully so. She came probably to the same conclusion. So there are those 2 outs you see up there. We would actually need to see Mother Lover pair his 7 on the river for Rick to have any chance at winning this. He needs one of the remaining 2 7s.
7.
Oh, my goodness. Is that what they call the commentator's curse? All right, so now if my math is correct here, Rick is going to have 45,000 in his stack because he was all in for 15,000 prior to the start of that hand. So now he's going to be left with 45,000 in chips, and he's going to be looking for another double up.
You were probably on a diamond drop, and either a 2 or a 7, or that you're small.
Oh, and y'all would have chopped.
Wow, so Monica actually went from first to last in that hand. She had flopped 2 pairs. She had 5, 6.
Instead of killing you, both of you.
So
You guys are
And blinds are getting up there. Blinds are now 20,000, 40,000. Some of these shorter stacks are really going to need to make a move here. Rick can't do it with 9-3. Mother Lover here with all the chips and 6-7 of diamonds. It's going to let it go. Monica lets her queen 3 of diamonds go. And Sally is going to get a much appreciated walk, I'm sure.
Look at all the high cards we got. What do you want me to do?
Why? They're playing for fun.
Chris here with a playable hand under the gun. King 10 offsuit. Under the gun, 185,000 in your stack. Blinds are 40,000. He is all in. There it is.
Still alive.
Oh. I thought he said all in, the way he was picking up his chips. Okay, well, that's why we should not lip read. He just called the 40,000. Action, back to Sally. Sally calls the 20,000 more. Kim all in, once again with ace-king here. Maximum pressure. Chris is going to let it go. Sally with 220,000 in her stack. She can comfortably let this hand go. She's by no means priced in. She's only got 40,000 in there. If she were to call, she would be putting Kim at risk because she has more chips than Kim. But she's going to fold rightfully. Good fold. Great play by Sally again. Kim is going to show the king to the table.
Next hand. This hand.
All in.
Oh, yeah.
All in. Rick has found a hand good enough to get it in, and just in time as he's under the gun here. So next hand he's big blind, and he's only going to have 5,000 behind. So this is definitely the spot that Rick has to get his cards in here. King Jack offsuit. And Chris is going to look him up here. He's in the big blind. It's only 5,000 more. He can't fold. So Chris is going to be looking for a queen or a 4. And Rick is going to be looking for none of the others. None of those cards. He's going to be looking for a bunch of low cards or a king or a jack. Or just hold. Oh, a 4 immediately. Rick is going to need to catch a jack or a king now. Oh, and it's a king. Rick holds on, staying alive here.
I wanted a jack.
Now up to 110,000 in chips. 110,000. Rick just had 15,000 chips. Just moments ago, 2 hands ago, had 15,000 chips. Now he has enough chips to pay his big blind, and he can actually play a hand now. Talk about some run good for Rick here. Chris now, I believe, the short stack at the table, actually. We'll see her in a minute when the chip counts pull up.
All in for the left. Yes, 35. Call.
All right, so Monica is now going to be all in here for 35,000, which is less than the blind amount. So we are going to have a $10,000 side pot. The flop is going to come ace, 10, 7, all spades. Top pair for Monica, nut flush draw.
Yeah, ace and 7, all spades. Yeah, check, check.
Okay.
Check, check again. Whatever.
Looks like the 5 of clubs. No, 5 of spades. So Rick is going to make the nuts here. a queen of spades. So there's actually going to be a flush on the board here. And Rick's got the best of it. He's got the nuts.
Go down.
And Sally's going to make the call, playing the board, thinking he might just be trying to bully. But he is not. He has the goods. And that is going to do it for Monica. Monica is going to go to the cage. She's going to collect $100 for her efforts.
Ooh.
Mother Lover is asking what a luck box is. Everybody's telling him he is a luck box. And he doesn't even know what it is. All right, Sally here with the 6 deuce off under the gun. Not going to be a playable hand. Kim going to let the king deuce of clubs go. Chris is all in on the button with ace 5 of diamonds here. Rick with an ace as well in the small blind. And now a working stack that he has built back up from 15,000 chips. Rick now has 215,000. He previously just had only 15. And he's going to get it all in.
One player's all in, the rest actually heads up inside.
Oh, excuse me. He's just going to call. Rick is going to call. Mother Lover is going to call. And we're going to be 3 ways to a flop. One player is all in. We have heads-up action on the outside. Check dark from Rick as the flop comes queen, queen, 8. Nothing for nobody. 6 of clubs on the turn. Open-ended for Mario. Double-paired board. The aces are going to chop this one up here. Mario playing the board. Ace high and ace high is going to chop this one up here. Both players are going to chop up 80,000, so they're going to make 40,000 each here.
5, 4, 8, 9, go 9.
$60. 60 to go.
Two 9s for Kim under the gun. He is going to raise it up to looks like. Oh, all in. Okay, all in. He said all in. Looks like 275,000 is our count here. He does have 275 all in. Everybody's going to fold to him. Anticlimactic there. He shows 2 9s. 2 black 9s. King and Jack for Chris with 120,000. He's going to wait for a better opportunity here as he is big blind next, which is going to leave him at 80,000 after he pays his big blind.
Raise all in.
I'm almost surprised he didn't get it all in there. Good for him, though. Mother Lover has ace-10, and he is all in. And he's going to take down the blinds, which are now up to 30 and 60. Blinds are now 30,000, 60,000. Chris has just drawn the big blind. Only 120,000 in his stack. Half of it is going to go straight to his big blind. He is halfway all in just from the big blind here. He's really going to need to get a double here. Oh, wow, and Rick picks up ace, king. Mother Lover picks up 2 9s in the cutoff. Rick is going to be all in. How does Mother Lover want to play this? All in for 185, and he just folds. Just no problem here. Take my 2 9s. I'm done. I'm out. Kim's going to let go of his king deuce. Chris with 7-8 offsuit. He's got live cards. His half of his stack was in there for the big blind. But he's going to wait for a better chance. Hopefully this hand in the small blind, which, once again, half of his stack is already invested. He's really going to have to make something work here. And Mother Lover did just tell the table he did fold 2 9s there. Rightfully so. He surely did. He is not fibbing.
60,000.
See, I didn't want to risk it
All
either.
righty here. Mother Lover's out. Sally's out. Kim with 6-4 of spades. All in with Queen 10 for Chris. And Rick doesn't have to do anything. He already had 60,000 in there for his big blind. All right, and here we go. Off to the races. Jack 8-6, a pair. Bigger pair for Chris, and a 3. Chris is going to double up here.
They want them to slow down.
Yeah.
Sally is all in with just 30,000 in her stack. Not even enough to pay the big blind. The next hand, which she is under the gun now, so she's going to get it in with Jack 8 and hope and pray for a double up.
All 60. Option.
Rick is called. Mother Lover has checked.
One player's all in, the rest actually.
There is still 2 players on the outside betting into that $60,000 pot. King, king, queen. That is going to be a pretty decent flop for Rick here. Sally's going to need some help in a big way.
Burn him down.
Well, that's a little bit of help to her. She's going to get a pair of 8s. Going to need a jack or an 8, and it is the ace of hearts. Ace is going to take it down. Mother Lover is going to take this down. Eliminate Sally from this tournament. We are now down to 4 players.
Yeah, I'll start putting my top. I'll start putting my. Big blind.
All right, we're now down to just 4 players remaining in this tournament. Let's see who's going to come away with the best of it. Quick fold from Chris. Rick on the button with 7-5. Going to let that go. Mother Lover in the small blind with ace
60.
deuce.
1260.
He is going to call. Flop of ace 6 with 2 hearts. Man, Mother Lover just drills it. No waiting. Flops 3 aces.
Bet 60,000.
He's going to bet now 60,000. praying and hoping that Kim has something to call him with, which he does not. King 4 of diamonds does not connect well with the ace, ace, 6, 5 flop.
$120,000 raised.
There's a look there at Mario's commanding chip lead.
Big blind, please.
I think he's over 500,000 now. Just about 495,000. He's going to fold the queen 10. Hopefully somebody else does his job for him, he's thinking. And Chris is all in with the king 6 of diamonds. And Rick is going to make the call. Chris is at risk here, but a huge favorite. King 6 completely dominating Rick 6-5. Gonna need a 5. 5 is the only. Wow, that's pretty crazy. The 5 comes, and I thought that Rick did it, but it actually came running diamonds, which gave Chris the nut flush there. Rick had a very good idea there. He just suggested a chop. We are down to 4-handed. It really is anybody's tournament. All right. Sounds like we're going to look at ICM here. If you're unfamiliar with what ICM means, it means independent chip model. So basically what ICM does, it takes into account the current payouts, which are 700, 500, 400, and 200, are the current payouts right now. So everybody's locked up $200. First place is 700. So it takes into account the current payouts, the remaining players, and then basically what it does is it assigns a value to each chip that the players have in their stack, a cash value to those chips based on the number of players left and the posted payouts. So it takes that in consideration, and it assigns a dollar amount to their chips. So whoever has more chips will be getting more money than whoever has less chips. A lot of people would confuse this with what is called a chip chop. This is not a chip chop, as chip chops do not take into consideration the current posted payouts. A chip chop takes all of the money that is left in the prize pool and divides that by basically how many chips there are, and it assigns each chip a value. That is not what ICM does. ICM takes into account the current posted payouts and then takes into account the amount of chips the players have left. So this is not a chip chop. And there's a look at the chip counts right there. So Mother Lover has got a big lead here with 620,000, which, crazy enough, is only 10 big blinds. So if they don't chop here, I think this tournament's probably going to be over pretty quick, or it's just going to turn into an all-in fest. The next largest stack is Rick with 3 big blinds, 195. Kim with 185, virtually the same. And Chris with just 2 big blinds left, 120,000. So, looks like the amounts here.
That was when it was 23 ways.
You don't remember that?
Oh, yeah. As soon as I sat down on the table.
I know. You said
All right, so an ICM here.
I can take over the map now. Hello.
Sure, the winner.
Looks like it'd be $560
Hey, look at me.
for Mother Lover with the most chips, 620,000. So he would receive the biggest portion, which is $590. First place is currently 700, so he'd be giving up 110 off of first place, provided that he was to win this tournament. With only 10 big blinds, you know, a couple of hands, and he's right out of there. Somebody else has the chip lead now.
Just give it a
So $590 is the ISIM value for Mother Lover with 10 big blinds. The second in chips, which is Rick, would get $430, and third place, which is Kim, is $420, and Chris, with the least amount of chips, would receive $360, which is a pretty big jump since the next out would only receive $200. So now he's going to get $360. Everybody's agreed to this, so that is going to end this tournament. They're going to ICM, chop this tournament up. Everybody's going to take home more than fourth place money.
Am I good to start racking these chips up, or are you going to wait?
And that is going to do it. So congratulations to these Final Four who made it this far and decided to chop this money up. Thanks to everybody who came out and played this event tonight. And thanks to all of you for hanging around here and watching. It has definitely been an interesting tournament, interesting final table with some interesting play and some pretty crazy runouts, really. Before I let you guys go, I want to take a look at this flyer one last time. May 11th to June 2nd, we are going to be running the Spring Fling Tournament Series here at DogHouse Poker Club. You see the address at the bottom there. We are in Cypress, Texas. We have a total of, I believe, 17 events for this series. Our two main featured events are going to be the $50,000 guaranteed Pot Limit Omaha Championship. That buy-in for that event is going to be $300. We're guaranteeing $50,000 in that prize pool for just a buy-in of $300. The main event is going to begin Wednesday the 29th, and that will finish up. The day two restart will be June 2nd at 2 p.m. That is a $100,000 guaranteed no-limit hold'em tournament for just $300. Guys, come see us every night at 9 p.m. from now until the end of this tournament series and win your way into either the PLO Championship or the main event for free. We're running free roll satellites every night at 9 p.m. We're guaranteeing at least one seat every single night. So tonight's free roll tournament, we awarded 2 seats and I think 120 in cash. So we are sending people to these events and these free roll satellites for very, very cheap. You can win your way into these events for as little as $0. I am anticipating a first place payout of this main event of somewhere in the realm of $25,000 to $30,000 if I had to take a guess right now before even getting a look at how we're going to take off with that tournament. But I would venture to guess that first place would be somewhere around $25,000 to $30,000 for that event. And people are winning their way into that tournament for free every night at 9 p.m. in these free roll satellites. So if you don't have $300 to fork over and buy into this tournament, or maybe you do, but you want a couple of extra bullets or you just want to save some money, come see us every single night at 9 p.m. for these free roll satellites, guys. Win your way into these events for free. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you next time.
We all not far behind, is it?
From all of us here at DogHouse, have a blessed evening.